Happy Friday to all the freaks and geeks out there. And for those that are a combination of both. I keep saying it's Friday, but it doesn't feel like it. Although I looked at my calendar, it don't feel like Friday. I feel like I'm missing a day and a half out of this week. I can't explain it, but it just feels weird right about now. Have y'all ever had that situation? I don't want to say problem, but the situation where you feel like you're missing time. I'm feeling that right now. Can't explain it. It just is. Now I gotta excuse the everlasting scratchiness of my throat. Although pollen count is down, it's still affecting a lot of us. You take in pollen and sleeping under that fan every night. Tell you what, I'm ready to do me some camping. I'm ready to just get out in the woods and just enjoy myself. I've got to I've got to get some things together. Next month of June, I plan to buy me some camping equipment. So nothing major, just a standard tent. But I did find out, even if you're trying to camp with two people, you need to buy a tent big enough for four, because that two-person tent is going to be too close for comfort. You really won't have that much room in it. That's with the average tent. They do have some really expensive ones. I'm not going that route. I think as long as I take care of it and I put it away properly, put it away dry, you lessen the risk of ruining your tent. Even if that means you're coming back home and it's been raining, you unpacked it that morning. Once you get it back home, set it up in the backyard and let it completely dry out. So that'll be a good way to prolong your camping equipment. I'm on the fence about I still want to get that portable cooktop. And I see people are joining right now, so I'm going to start this whole thing over. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, all the freaks and geeks. Happy Friday to those, and a combination of both. I also want to thank my current subscribers and my new subscribers. Welcome aboard, everyone. But anyway, hi, William, and everyone else. But anyway, what I was saying was next month, the month of June, I'm going to go look into getting some camping equipment. Excuse me, y'all. This pollen is still messing with my throat. And yeah, yesterday my doctor's appointment, she even tried to give me another prescription for allergies, and I was like, no, I don't need it. I don't want to be one of these people that are hooked on all these different prescriptions and all this stuff. It's just a scratchy throat. Do I need to take a pill for a scratchy throat? They have over-the-counter stuff. Gargling helps. A little bit of lighter throat spray helps, but I don't want to do that too much. That stuff is so sweet, I can't stand it. But anyway, my intention next month is to start off getting camping equipment. And like I was saying earlier, before I started over, if you're planning on getting camping equipment, if you're planning on camping with two people, try to get something that's big enough for four, because I come to find out by going to these RV and camping shows, and I was inside one of the tents with my friend, and she said, no, this definitely won't work. So I need one big enough for four people to accommodate two people comfortably. William, you can just call me Mistapagan, Mistapagan. If it's not showing up, oh well, I'm sorry, but it should be in the description somewhere. But anyway, so I'm going to get the tent, and I still want to get one of those portable flat top griddles. I don't think when I camp I'm going to be doing any grilling on a traditional grill. I want to cook everything on a flat top. Reason being, like with salmon and burger patties and hot dogs, they cook perfectly fine on those flat top griddles, and it's less mess, and it's it folds up out of the way. Y'all gotta excuse me. I'm trying to fight this sneeze. I don't want to sneeze on y'all. So anyway, that's what my plan is, and I will be doing a little light shopping next month to get the camping equipment while I'm off this next. Well, I've been off all this week and part of next week. Well, all of next week. And tomorrow, depends on how this weather turns out. I may ride back up to that. There's another camping and RV show, so I may ride back out there. And I found that the one they had 2 months ago, and I wasn't aware of this, or I would have parked closer. They had like those griddles and all kind of camping equipment at a closeout price, but I wasn't aware of it. But I wasn't trying to carry that cooktop griddle 2.5 miles back to my car. Yeah, it was literally 2.5 miles worth of walking. Had I known that, I would have had one of those little granny carts. No, seriously, because it was quite a haul. But anyway, I'm gonna do some camping. Plan on doing some camping, and I'll be one of those that'll just make my decision midweek, put a deposit down, and just go camp. I don't think I'll be trying to plan camping weeks in advance. I like just being random, making random decisions, and just go with it, because it's gonna fit when. Although I get quite a bit of vacation time, I always plan my vacation time around the weekends. So if I want 4 days off and I'm off on the weekends, I'll take that Friday and that Monday off. So those will be my camping times. Yes, Sarah, if you're asking me if you're already a subscriber, I will subscribe to your channel. I haven't really gone through my list of subscribers, or unless you're asking others to subscribe. I'm really not sure what's happening right there, but good morning. Thank you much. And good morning to everyone else. I'm not ignoring you guys. I'm just talking. And if I stop and read each and every comment, you'll be sitting here watching me in dead silence. Unless y'all just want me to shut up and read comments, I can do that. But anyway, so the campsites are going to be relatively close. I would probably do North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, parts of Alabama. Florida, I would do Florida, but it's southeastern United States. I'm not planning on driving too far. Any campsite that I'm going to do right now to start off would be no more than a 4 hours drive. So by me taking off that Friday and going, I will be probably getting there that Thursday night and do that 4 hours drive. Then I got all day Friday, all day Saturday, all day Sunday, and pull out Monday morning. So that's how, and this would be late summer, early fall, but I want to start getting more stuff. I already have my cast irons. I have my griddle set. I want to get a new one, but I have a griddle set. But I don't think I'm going to be taking cast iron, because cast iron is heavy. So by the time you take this Dutch oven that I have and a cast iron skillet, although cast iron skillets does tremendously well, especially when you camping. But once again, I won't be eating those kind of foods where I think I need a skillet. For breakfast, I need and so instead of investing in one of those small pro fridges, I'm gonna there's a dry ice company, so I'm gonna try to pack one of my coolers with dry ice and have just enough food for 5 days. Reason why I say 5, my intent is to be gone 3.5, but you never know what might happen. And that's until I make my mind up about whether or not I want to get this travel trailer. So, and that's down the line too, because I would know better about that towards the end of this year, because I'm thinking about investing in a tiny home as well. Yes, to live in, to downsize. Although I came from a fairly large home to a smaller, what I thought was small unit. Now I feel like it's too big for me. I got extra rooms. I got extra dust, extra vacuuming. It's just extra for it to be empty space. I spend more time cleaning and dusting the empty space than the living space. But I'll tell you a reason why. A lot of time dust accumulates on us. So if there's nobody in these rooms, it's going to find its place. But that's another story for another day. So the thought of me possibly investing in a tiny home, I'll know better December, late December, mid-December, early January. And I already have a place to where I can put it on site, luckily. So the major expense with that would be, well, of course, buying a tiny home or a compact double wide. By a compact double wide, they're usually just perfectly squared. They don't take up a lot of space anywhere. 2 bedroom, 2 bath, traditional. It's even smaller than a 2 bedroom apartment, but not too small. I come to realize I don't need a whole lot of space because, as I've been saying, I really intend on just living my life out, living by myself. Dating, fine. Seriously, fine. But I don't want anybody to live with me right now. That could change. I know y'all say we might meet the one. Y'all, look, I've met the one so many damn times. One more, no. If she comes along, I'm in conversations with 3 young ladies right now, and I'm telling all of them the same thing. I am not tied down to any one person. I'm not looking for anything serious. I am just being myself. And there's no reason. It's not because of what somebody did to me or because, I hate this particular person and all. It has nothing. It's all about me. Tell somebody you just spending time alone because it's your desire to do so. The first thing they say will hoot you. A lot of times we may hurt ourselves by allowing ourselves to once again be put in the middle of something we had no business getting investing into in the beginning. Namely, that other person. We all know these people can be trouble when we first enter into their lives, but it's something about it, especially when they come at you with some wildness and some fire and desire. You overlook so much. I can absolutely be with somebody and absolutely love them, but if I don't like you, no, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. And I'm the type that I generally don't try to walk away, but I try to get it to the point where we can mutually discuss the situation. When I was younger, have I walked away? Yeah, I walked away. People walked away on me. Yes. But the funny thing is, when I walked away, I didn't try to come back. When they walked away, they tried coming back, but no, you can't get back in. But we'll get back on that to the camp situation. Being that I'm off right now, per doctor's orders, and I was leaving. Matter of fact, I was leaving my doctor's appointment yesterday. I'll tell you a story about how my doctor's appointment went as well. So I decided to stop at the park and get me a quick walk in because I'm trying to figure out, just get it in where I can. Knowing I had no business going in there, I went into the animal shelter. They don't like to call it that no more, but let's just call it what it is. The animal shelter is where they house animals. I'd be doggone, I'm gonna walk up out of there with a puppy. Knowing I do not want to deal with a dog right now. I don't want to deal with a cat. I don't have to be reminding myself, put it in my Google Calendar that I need dog food, cat food. If I do decide to leave and go out of town this weekend, who's gonna watch my dog? No, I don't know. And I'm not gonna be traveling with my dog unless it's to and from the vet. Now, back when I had my Corso, being the size that she was, yeah, I got her used to going to Home Depot and going to the Tractor Supply store. Took a couple of times. But that big monster of a dog, that Corso, a lot of times I had to put her on the back of my truck, which made me feel bad because I had to chain her to the back of my truck to keep her from jumping off. But what if she jumps off and hangs herself while I'm doing 30 miles an hour? See, that's an extra worry. That little simple accident could cost somebody time in jail. Well, why I didn't have the dog in my truck? Because I didn't want that dog to mess up my truck. That was a big old dog. If y'all don't believe me, look up the Cane Corsos. Or as they say in the hood, the Cane Corso, which is terribly wrong. But it is what it is. And when that time comes for me to get another pet, I don't know when, it'll be another Corso. And that was not a Corso I saw yesterday. I almost asked that lady, let's do the paperwork. And I had to rationally make that decision. Warren, you do not need a dog right now. So when everything lines up, and once I'm a little bit, I'll see how my next year is going to be. I'll probably looking to get another Corso, and a corny Corso, if you will, and raise him from a puppy like I did the other one I had, the female. I am looking forward to it, but do I need it right now? No, I do not. Now, do I travel a lot? No, I do not. But I want to go ahead and get started with all my camping equipment, start getting all that stuff. So when I do go camping, I'll probably take my dog with me. Once he's mature enough and has gotten used to being around other people. But I have seen people when they go out with their dogs and they take them in the stores and restaurants, those dogs aren't well trained. And I would hate for somebody's dog to come charging towards my, I don't know, 140-pound Corso, and all she has to do is, or he swat the dog, and the dog can get injured. So you have to think about all these things, and insurance, get insurance on the dog. Yes, it can be costly. Yes, but it's a safeguard. With everything being so expensive, you have to think about, well, what can I cut back on now? Like I said 2 days ago, cut back on your grocery shopping. Some of this stuff we're buying in the stores, we absolutely do not need. I'm glad I can be at home and be at peace and live with the bare necessities when it comes to groceries. I don't need 4 or 5 steaks in the refrigerator. I don't need, all this food stacked up in the freezer that I probably won't even cook. I have thrown away food that I went to buy. And after about a month or two of being in my freezer, and I look at it, it still looks good, but it's been up there too long for me. And if I had to total that up, that was probably $40, $50 worth of meat. So I stopped buying that meat to keep it in there. Well, what happens if there's an emergency, you can't leave the house? I understand that, y'all. I have canned goods for that. I'm not stockpiling it, but I have enough canned goods for 2 weeks. Because I figure if we all in some kind of trouble where it's going to go on longer than 2 weeks, we're going to all be went crazy by then anyway. So I have 2 weeks supply of canned goods and things to get by on. A manual. Yes, I said manual can opener because if your power goes out, a lot of these canned goods you won't be able to open. And I stock plenty of bottled water because if you lose power, the power grid goes out after so many days, that water won't be any good. Then they're telling you to borrow the water. You can't borrow the water because your power's out and you might have an electric stove. So you got bottled water. You can take an entire bath if you have to with a bottle of water and a washcloth. So, if you like to stock your refrigerator and your freezer with all this stuff, that's fine. Especially if you got a family and y'all are going through foods a lot. See, that's not my case. This morning, 2 eggs and 2 sausage patties. That was my breakfast. And that's probably going to be all I eat until I eat dinner today, which would be that cabbage I thought I was cooking yesterday. I cleaned it, cut up my onions, cut up my green peppers. And all I have to do is just cook them. It'll be today. I don't have to keep a lot of produce in here. I have some fruit. Tell y'all something I do love. Those pineapple spears that you can buy from the big box. I think I got it from Sam's Warehouse. Those pineapple spears are really good. It's in a jar. If you haven't tried it, you might want to try it. It's delicious. I think so. But other than that, y'all excuse me. I'm playing with my phone one more time. I'm checking some things out. I've checked. But I'm the type, like I said, I try to live with the bare minimum. And this next move will be based mainly, once I make up my mind. Hi back to you. Han. Once I make my mind on my next venture where I'm gonna move, then I will be downsizing. So with that downsizing, I'm getting rid of all the old and getting the new, which would be a new bed, a dresser, a nightstand. I don't need any new televisions, but just a necessity. Small love seat, and maybe a recliner. Just bare necessities, because I won't need that much stuff. And even where I am right now, I don't like having company. Y'all know how messy people are. They're messy as fuck, and I don't care for that. You know. And y'all got to excuse me because I am live, but I've got to tend to this text message. So, and live. So what kind of things are on you guys' mind today, being this great, terrific Friday? And that's what I thought earlier. I really just doesn't feel like Friday. I looked at my calendar. Yeah, I'm the type, I still buy an old school calendar that you hang on the wall. I looked at my phone. Everything says Friday. But somewhere, I feel as if I lost a day and a half. I know I didn't black out yesterday or nothing like that, but I just feel like, okay, I sat around yesterday waiting on my doctor's appointment. I went to my doctor's appointment. Went to the animal shelter after that, after my walk. But it's like, I feel like I missed a day and a half somewhere. And maybe it's because I suddenly found myself off work and I really didn't plan to do anything. And that's really what it is. Uh, you know, doctor remove you from work to get you to feeling better, to get you to rest and relax. I think I rested too darn much. All the next week, I'm gonna sit down here, have another appointment this morning. Have that appointment, and I come back home. I'm gonna make myself an itinerary from Saturday all the way up to next Saturday. Because if I'm missing time like this, and all I am doing is I've been sitting still watching television and cleaning up, I need to find something to do. So I feel like my time is more valuable if I invest in it. How in the world I'm sitting here thinking about maybe I missed a day and a half somewhere? I'm not the only one. I'm sure several of y'all have felt that way, as if you have missed time. And I don't know where my time went. I literally feel like I missed it. Somehow. I don't know how, but somehow it got away from me. How do you guys feel about that? But anyway, this weekend, hopefully tomorrow, weather permitting. I know it's supposed to rain and do all these things, but the RV show is outdoors. I have to see how that's going to work out. I don't want to go if it's going to be drenching and rainy because, I am in the South. We're going to have humidity. We're going to have rain. We're going to have thunderstorms. That's just a making of a hot mess that I don't want to be a part of. But we shall see. We shall see. So, but anyway, I need to get ready for my morning doctor's appointment. And I will chat with you all later on today or this afternoon. Take care. Bye.